Are we live? We are live. Hello, everyone. It is our pleasure to be back with you. Unfortunately, we are missing one of the other beautiful cunts of this group, Mr. Ginger Gaines, Josh. But he will be back on episode 4. This is episode 3 with myself, Josh Kinsey Clough. We have Mr. Dan Bastick and Anthony Oakley. And hopefully this will be an interesting episode. We may have a special guest on. We are hoping to, but I can't guarantee it. Okay?
What's the name of the podcast, mate?
The name of the podcast is Mass Discussion.
Oh, right, okay.
Because I totally forgot. But this is Mass Discussion, episode 3. What's that?
You completely trumped my intro from last week.
No, man, you got it right. I didn't even say Mass Discussion. I was just like, this is episode 3 or whatever the fuck this is. Here we go.
What did you say when you're...
Anthony forgot who was on the podcast. You forgot the name of the podcast.
Yeah, at least I forgot. I even named everyone. I'm winning. This. So, what have you boys been up to? What's new?
Well, I'm ill. Got a cold. Anthony's getting the cold.
This is all going to shit. Are any of you bigger, stronger? Apart from you, Dan, obviously I'm sure you feel like a weak little bitch right now.
I still pulled 7 plates today.
Yeah, I can't.
I wasn't. See, I actually put my story like I was proper preaching how you should, back off if you're ill, even maybe not go to the gym. Usually, I just would rest. But I actually felt all right to train. I dosed up with some paracetamol and I felt good. Then I messaged Jordan. I said, I'm going to train, but I'm not going to deadlift, and I'm going to hack a load of volume off my session. I hacked a load of volume off the session, but I did deadlift. And yeah, I felt weak as fuck, but I still pulled 7 plates off the floor, so fuck it.
That's fair. But do you think this is going to hinder your recovery?
Oh, absolutely. I'm fucked now. My CNS is fried. I'm not sleeping tonight.
So to all the viewers that are watching right now that are sniffling and feeling a bit weak and feeling a bit run down, would you advise them to do what you just did?
Oh, no, I'm a dickhead. As I got in the gym, I told Yona, because I'm good friends with him, I said to him, I'm meant to not deadlift today. And then I looked to the corner, and what I wanted to do for my first exercise was a T-bar row instead of a deadlift, because I thought, okay, less recovery capabilities to do that rather than a deadlift, because I know if I do a deadlift, I'm frying myself. That's just how it is. It's a big movement. Then that was taken. Then I looked to my left, and the platform was empty, and the Texas bar was already on the platform, and I thought, okay. And as I'm warming up, I'm like, Dan, you're such a dick. You're such a dick.
So the stars align perfectly.
Oh, yeah. So it's clearly a sign that, And
what about your big aunt?
What's that? This week?
Yeah. Anything new?
Well, me and Dan had a nice weekend down at Orpington together at the Kevin the Rowan seminar. That was quite.
You hold hands and skip through fields of daisies.
Oh yeah.
we sat and had a nice Costa together
before
we trained.
Oh, okay.
He even treated me to the Costa.
We weren't going to do product reviews, but I did try the winter roast.
The winter roast is
it's
banging.
It was good.
It shits all over Starbucks. Simple as that. So you had a nice weekend in Orpington. Did you train?
Yeah, I trained back. And you trained shoulders?
We did.
Yeah, so...
I trained shoulders, yeah.
Yeah, that was good. It's a really good gym. You been there?
Never. Muscle Works?
Yeah.
It's good.
Have not been. Must go.
Muscle Works Orpington, yeah.
Yeah, man. Everything's brand new in there. Like, all the kit. John Yona, he's a bodybuilding enthusiast. He's been at it for years. Everything's handpicked. All the bars, you've got Texas bars, power bars, like, what plates did it have? Avanco plates. Solid metal Avanco plates. Every plate.
Oh shit!
Banco dumbbells up to 240 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, man. The Arsenal stuff. The leg room is nuts.
I can imagine it's like spotless as well.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, it is very good.
Yeah.
A bit too clean for me, I reckon, but nonetheless.
Too clean.
Yeah. So it was cool. It was cool. We saw James. We had to catch up with James. Cool. He's doing well. He's pushing his body weight up now, isn't he? So expect to see him looking.
Yeah, he's looking big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a fucking unit, man.
And he's nowhere near his potential at the minute, like weight gain wise. He said he's now about to push.
Fuck, that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did he say he was sitting at? Can you remember?
Oh, currently I think he's just kind of cruising around 285-ish. I think.
Yeah.
But he's not pushing anything right now at all.
That's crazy, man. That's an easy like 310.
Yeah, he wants 320.
320.
Yeah.
That's a big weight, man.
Well, no, Luke was saying he's sitting at 314 at the minute.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's a big weight, man.
Yeah, so.
That must
Anyway.
be uncomfortable.
Josh, what have you been up to?
I have. What have I been up to? Just same shit. Busy, work, clients, training, getting the meals in. I don't think I've been up to much outside of the usual shit I do. You know, a bit of Christmas shopping here and there. I did legs yesterday. I squatted for the first time in about 2.5 years.
How'd it go?
Really well. Yeah.
Did it feel a little bit alien?
Nice.
No, man. It felt the reason I started doing it because I was like fucking. I was amped to do some big compound, and I was like, I really don't want to do hack squat. I'm fed up of it. I've done hacks for the past. I replaced squats with hack squat for the past 2.5 years, and I was like, I'm just gonna get into the bar and see how it feels. And yeah, I ended up doing. I didn't go heavy. I went 4 plates, and it felt really smooth and nice. But I didn't want to go any heavier because I haven't squatted in a very long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pushed squats this week.
Sorry?
I said I pushed squats this week and they didn't feel nice at all.
No?
You try and beat 270 or whatever it was.
I tried 275 for 5 and I missed the 5th.
Oh.
Just sacked it, completely sacked it.
Oh shit.
I'll be up there. My
knees feel.
Give me a couple of months. I'll be squatting an easy 240, 250.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say a couple of months. Once I'm back on and I'm back up to full power.
Some squats come back really quick.
You got really dominant legs though, haven't you?
Yeah. I mean, any squat variation I take to quite quick.
Yeah. That's good, man. But yeah, apart from that, man, I haven't done much. I did some deadlifting today.
Did you have like from me or something?
Oh yeah, fucking hell, I did do something. So yeah, on Saturday we went to Mike and Lisa Gelsey's gym, Guard Gym. It's near me, and all the Strong Boys were there, and we all got a session in. There's some product samples. People came. They did their open day, and Lisa put me and Will through some chest, and it was fucking brutal. If anyone has ever trained with Mike and Lisa Gelsey, they'll know they don't fuck up.
All about angles and just fuck you up till you can't be fucked up anymore.
Brutalizing you, and the like my chest wasn't even aching afterwards. It was just fucked. Like I didn't have DOMs as such. It was just not good. Like just dead. No chest. But it's really got their gym is class as well. If you are ever in this area, like the South Wales area. Their gym, Guard Gym, it's like a warehouse, and it's kitted with. They got some really good kit. They got some hammer strength stuff. I think they got some pre-core. They got a bit of everything. They got like proper old school iron dumbbells.
Yeah, I've heard Jack Thorburn rave about it to me, and I need to go down there.
It's a really good gym, man. I recommend it 100%. You should come down, 100%, both of you.
Yeah. Whereabouts is it?
Yeah.
But it's just outside Cardiff.
Oh, okay.
I say Cardiff because no one else knows where anything else is around you. If I can start throwing names, you ain't gonna know shit.
I've trained at. So I was staying near Port Talbot one time on a trip, a school trip, and I used to in the evenings. I used to go off and go train somewhere. So I trained in Bridgend K2.
Oh yeah, K2 is my gym. That's my local gym.
Oh yeah, I've trained there. And I've trained at Richie's gym in
Extreme Physique.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good gym.
Yeah, so I've trained there. I mean,
there's a few decent gyms around here. I mean, the best gym in the area, probably the best gym in Wales, is Pacific Gym. I don't know if you've ever heard of it or been, but that is the best gym in Wales by far. They just everything and anything there. And Ali, the guy who runs it, he makes sure that he has the best of everything. Like everything, just like Muscleworks, handpicked. He'll go wherever the fuck he needs to go to find new kit.
Ali had Phil Heath over, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, I know who you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice guy. Really nice guy.
Yeah. And it's honestly, man, his gym is epic. It's really fucking good.
We need to make another road trip.
We do. I was having to think about that. Either go up north because I want to try out Ultraflex.
Oh, okay.
So that'd be good. Or anywhere really. Just make it.
I want to go Ultraflex again. I'm actually looking for properties to rent for prep, so I can go up there and prep there. I mean,
that's a good the thing with those gyms is the environment as well. It's not just the kit; it's the people you're surrounded with every day.
Yeah.
That shit is priceless. Like,
well, I look at the amount of progress AJ's made, AJ Morris, and it's no wonder. Look at who he's surrounded by. And I was talking to him about it today on Instagram. I was saying, like, the energy in that place is amazing. He's got Cuba shouting at him when he's on the hack squat. In the background, you see Jamie, Johal. You just got fucking killers in there all over the place. And I noticed when I was in there, no one was on their phones. Everyone was training fucking hard. And it's not just because everyone's competitors, but there's like a different kind of work ethic in there that everyone's trying to be the hardest worker in the room.
It's very rare to find that as well, you know. Like even you go to somewhere like Strength Asylum, for example, it's relatively close to it. It's 3 hours. It's not relatively close, but it is. But that's a good gym. They got all the kit. But you still don't get that same vibe there, you know. Now and then there's hard training people there, but somewhere like Ultraflex, it's just 20. It's always like that, you know.
Yeah, when I went there,
it's a different ballgame.
You get a lot of the locals in there who kind of go in there for a social. Then I went in there for the second time, and Eddie Hall was deadlifting. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's it. You get those one-offs where you find some epic people doing epic shit there.
Yeah, I found the atmosphere was totally different when he was in there.
Oh, of course, man, of course.
Yeah.
But there's loads of good gyms. There's fucking loads of gyms I've got to get to in 2020.
You might have noticed it, Dan, as well.
What's that?
Sorry?
I was saying you might have noticed it as well, Dan. We're talking about atmosphere. When James come down to Norfolk for what was it, 6 weeks? The atmosphere and Fully Pumped changed, didn't it?
Oh yeah, absolutely, totally changed.
Really?
Literally off the bat. Yeah, it just changed. People just in awe.
Yeah, I fucking wish I could have that effect in that gym because it is a really good gym. There's a lot of hard trainers, but it's good when you get all the hard trainers in there together training at the same time But if it's just me in the leg room, I've just got that bald guy keeps trying to talk to me. You know the one. Right. So I ignore him now. I keep my earphones on, head down. I don't want to make eye contact because if you make eye contact,
because you walk over.
You're fucked. Because
you latch onto you.
You can't just say, "You're right, mate. You're having a good day." Yeah, that's it. No, he's got to tell you about his life story. Anyway, I think he's got the hump with me. I went in the toilet. This is before deadlifting. I went in the toilet. I had a shit. I shut the door. I did shut the door. I even sprayed some Febreze. It was bad. And then he goes in the toilet. He comes out. If you have shit in there, I said, yeah, that's the toilet. That's what it's for. He goes, well, we're trying to train here. What a load of bollocks, because I shut the door, I prevented it, yeah, and he only noticed the smell when he went in there, not beforehand.
He seems like a special kid.
He just wanted to
I know many a special kid. There's a lot of special kids.
And that's all it was.
There's a lot of special kids in every gym.
Yeah.
But like I said to my missus, she was training legs with me. And she got distracted by two of her friends. And then later in the car, she was like, oh, I could have probably done more, but I got distracted. And I was like, well, tell them to fuck off. She's like, you can't tell people to fuck off. And I'm like, well, you can if you're training and you want to train. You can say, please, can you? You don't have to say fuck off, but you can say, don't talk to me right now because I'm trying to train. You know?
It's the worst when someone gets you caught up in a conversation. It totally takes you off where you were.
Especially if you've built up momentum in your session, and you're at that point where that's just gonna keep on going, and all of a sudden someone goes, "So my mum just died," and you're like, "Oh," you know, and then fuck, now, it's like I'm really sorry, like, fuck.
So, how's your week been?
Yeah. It was good until I fucking started talking to you, cunt.
I think that's where it's definitely better if you've got a training partner. Because I noticed if I've got a training partner, not as many people talk to you.
Yeah.
I don't know why that is, but it's so true.
Of course. It's because I think it's like when someone's on their own, people think they want to talk. When someone's with someone else, like, oh, they've already got someone to talk to. I'll find someone who's on their own.
Yeah. I even put my resting bitch face on, and people still try it. But I don't understand why. I can't just say you're right, and that's it. It's got to go further.
I don't even say it. I just go like, So,
yeah.
I
don't know.
Did you boys get any questions?
Yeah, we've got loads.
Yeah.
Do you want to?
I think we should jump into questions. Last time we answered very few.
Yeah, I think we should make this episode kind of dedicated to actually asking or answering questions. Sorry.
Who would like to start?
I don't know. I got a lot of response about my story about me breaking the toilet seat today. That was funny.
Mate, I actually laughed. Like there's not many things. You know when you put on a text, ha 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 ha, but you honestly don't laugh. You're doing that for text. I genuinely laughed out loud when I saw that. Because I can almost imagine the look on your face. But it scared the shit out of you when it just cracked.
I need the toilet. I was like, I need the toilet. So I left work, went into the office of this company we were working for. I was trying to get my overalls off. Finally got on down. I sat on the toilet and it went snap. I was like, fucking hell. I done my business, got up, and I had to tell the cleaner that I snapped the toilet seat.
He's literally slapped it down the middle.
How though?
Yeah, I know, mate.
How heavy do you have to be to do that? You tweak 5 at the moment?
What's that?
You tweak 5 at the moment?
No, I've lost a little bit. I'm about 275 at the minute.
275?
But I don't know if I just needed it. I rushed it and I just sat on it.
Did you fucking cannonball the cunt?
I must have done. I must have been desperate.
This guy
Must have been
torpedo
desperate,
sat on it. Just fucking dropped yourself on it. Fuck this. I need a shit.
You do that leg day. When you
Yeah,
got to sit on the toilet, I don't do the slow eccentric down to the seat. I just fucking
Oh, mate,
jump.
you just plonk yourself on there and just wish for the best. So hopefully, because once you're there, you ain't moving. As long as you land in the right place, you're cool.
Yeah. Right, who's doing question?
Let's have a look. Who wants to start? I got a few.
Okay. I've got a base. Should we start on a basic one?
Let's start with a basic one.
Any mate.
All right. Someone's put, what's the best way to eat/stick to a good diet? The guy doesn't really. Yeah, it's very easy to answer.
That's very open-ended, though. It's like, what's the best, easiest way to stick to a diet?
Well, it depends what kind of diet you're sticking to. I could stick to a diet of donuts.
Exactly.
Easy. But
if your goal is to like lose weight, then find. I would say foods that you enjoy eating for a start. Make sure they're in there. But if they're bad, then switch them up for something else. You know, like you enjoy chocolate, but don't just eat chocolate.
Learn to cook.
Yeah, I don't think the person's looking to bodybuild as such.
The thing is, people think dieting is this fucking chore, this task. It's not. It's just it's the way you eat. The way you got to look at it is McDonald's is easy and it's there and it's tasty, but you can make something at your home, some chicken with some potatoes, or you can even grab a bagel and a fucking burger. Like it's not difficult to eat healthy.
Yeah,
we said that.
I was going to say, like, my coach, one of my meals is sweet potatoes, beef, a wrap or pita. Now, what does that tell you I'm going to eat for that meal? I mean, you find a decent bun that matches the calories or carb content of a pita, you got a fucking burger. Put some lettuce in it. You got chips on the side. Easy. I mean, if I said to my clients, would you like burger and chips? Yeah. Would you like sweet potato and beef? I suppose so. It's the same fucking thing.
Yeah, exactly, man. Yeah. It's like that's just it. Just comes down to laziness with most people, though. And like most people,
it's about making your food you need it.
Exactly, and most people think they have to sacrifice eating all tasty shit to be healthy. When the reality is, by eating healthy, you're just not fucking killing yourself and turning into a fat cunt. You know what I mean? Like you gotta have a bit of respect. If you have a bit of respect for yourself, you'll make better choices.
Yeah, I remember listening to John Meadows, and he was talking about diet. And he done a similar thing on his YouTube, and he lives by the 80-20 rule: 80% clean bodybuilding food, and then 20% fun food, enjoyable food on top of that.
Yeah,
I guess it's a bit of sanity as well as extra calories.
I think the better genetically gifted you are, the more you can get away with, obviously. I'm kind of strict all year round, but I mean that's where I've got a coach. So lately I've had more off-plan meals, which because I've been told to. Before then, I probably have one off-plan meal for the whole year. So things have changed. I'm still making progress. So you can definitely be more flexible. For sure.
Yeah.
I'm making more progress now. Having more off-plan meals.
Yeah.
The only difference
you just got to be accountable for it.
Yeah, and the only difference is I'm not fucking stuffing myself with silly amounts of volume to meet my calories, because that's going to lead to some distension and digestion problems in itself. So it's easier for me, where my calories are right now, to eat some shit as well.
Yeah. Oh no, totally. If your calories are super high and you're a hard gainer, by all means, eat the pizza. But you got to also be realist. And if you're one of these people who has a tendency to gain fat that much easier, then just make the right choices. Be accountable to yourself. And if you have a goal, fucking stick to it. And if you don't, then you don't want it bad enough and move on to something else.
Yeah. Next question.
I'll go on this.
Should we do 2 each?
Yeah, go on in if you want to throw another one on it.
I want to find it. Here we go. There with.
Our guest hasn't got back to you at all.
Nope, not yet.
I can't find it. I've got loads of them shitty ones.
How shitty is shitty?
No, I meant like, click my link to subscribe to this. Yeah.
Yeah, this shit.
Oh, here we go. I was on the wrong one. Right. Thoughts. This is a slightly different one. Thoughts on orals such as Anadrol, Oxys during a bulk and the effect on appetite.
Okay, so me personally, in an off-season setting, I don't use orals because they fuck my appetite. And if anything, in your prep phase is when you're going to be using the most orals, and you're going to be using other compounds that are going to be very liver toxic. So why would you want to spend your off-season also building up that toxicity? It's really a time to give your liver a bit of a break. And if your liver's not healthy, you're not going to be digesting your food properly. You're not going to be assimilating the nutrients properly. And that's why you lose your appetite.
I don't think orals in off-season are of any positive benefit whatsoever.
Not in the grand scheme of things when you look at health ramifications.
Definitely not. And the thing is as well, what you're going to gain from adding a bit of D-bol or some oxys, you're going to gain a bit of fullness that much quicker. And then once you take them out, it's going to drop off you. You're going to lose a few pounds. Just wait for your compounds to kick in. If most people use orals at the beginning of a cycle because they don't want to wait for their compounds to take effect. So they want something that's going to give them a bit of a boost at the beginning, which I can understand to an extent, but as Dan said, the cons outweigh the pros for me. I don't use any orals in the off season.
No. I mean, the only time I have done so, which I wasn't competing at the time, so you can't call it an off season, but in a gaining phase, I used some Anavar, but that was literally to overcome a strength plateau. But in hindsight, even that blunts my appetite. And what's your most anabolic tool? Is food. And if you can't eat the food or take the food to those places which is going to increase your body weight, then you're running in circles.
Yeah, 100%. Anything that blunts appetite is a no-go instantly for me.
I mean, in prep, it's going to happen. In prep, it's going to happen. You're going to probably use orals because orals generally bring about a certain look that is desirable on stage.
Yeah, I agree completely. But again, orals in prep will not blunt your appetite because you're going to be hungry regardless.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know whether it's because of that or not, but I wasn't hungry once in prep.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm fucking starving in off-season and in prep. I'm a greedy guy.
I'm hungry now. I'm not using orals.
I've got the appetite of a 300-pound man. And I'm like a baby. Honestly, mate. I know people that have to eat like 8,000 calories a day and they struggle to eat them. I fucking wish I was on 8,000 calories a day.
Mate, have you ever been on that many calories a day on a consistent period?
6K is the most I've had.
Yeah, that's quite a lot. Let's get in there, but consistently eating 7,000 calories a day.
Yeah, last year.
I would. Go on.
Last year, between August and November, I was on 7,000.
How do you find that?
It was literally eat, sip, just to get the food down. But my digestion was on point. Like people say, "Oh, you must be going to the toilet all the time eating that much." I was going once, twice a day.
What? Did you feel it was necessary to push calories that high? Really?
Well, I just changed my food around to things that were more edible. I didn't. It was all clean, and that was the hardest part. It was
Mm.
all clean calories. I was
I
on
do-
each meal. I had 16 ounces of potato at one point.
Ooh, potato. Like,
Yeah.
there's so much volume in potatoes as well.
Well, I was putting them in like the air fryer and making fries, and they were just going down. Lovely.
That's fair,
And
man.
I was
Hey,
using
if you can eat it, fucking, that's fine.
Well,
That's-
I just found eating
That's
about
nice.
100 grams of rice uncooked is a chore for me. You know, I'm sitting there wading through it.
Mm.
Whereas potatoes, they seem a bit more feasible to eat.
Mm.
Cream of rice
That's
is
my
one
suggestion
of those,
for potato. If you air fry them, it shrinks them down a little bit, makes
Yeah,
it a bit easier. Or put them in a steamer and make mashed potato.
Mm.
I'm guessing if you're eating 7,000 calories a day, you've got a bit of allowance for a bit of butter or some oil, and then mix that in there, and just slice down.
Oil is definitely the one. Oil on meals is the best way to get extra calories, and it makes shit taste amazing. Plus, it just lubricates it all and it goes down like so easy.
Yeah. I use extra virgin olive oil and coconut oil.
Oh mate, it's incredible. You just over your food,
Yeah,
God send.
I just drench
I
it.
found
Oh,
to get their potatoes and beef meals down. I was in Sainsbury's, 60p. There was these cans of ratatouille, and it's basically cut up courgette, cut up tomatoes in like a low calorie sauce. Half of one of them a day on each meal. Lovely.
But then, if you are eating that many calories, do you need low calorie sauce?
Oh yeah, I get what you mean, but I'd rather not have a load of sugars and shit if I'm trying to keep the food clean as it is.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But then again, is sugar really gonna do much harm? A little bit of sugar here and there.
I don't know.
Probably eating that much.
Pardon?
Probably not in the grand scheme of things. No, probably just more peace of mind.
Yeah. I mean,
It's like you say,
I'd say in prep, I am like no sugar, no nothing. Like I just can't. Fucks my head. Like no cereal, bagels, nada. It's all like clean as fuck. But in off season, mate, if it's not making me fat and it's making me stronger and bigger, I'll eat it. You know, I don't like to be too anal. Like all my meals are clean. Don't get me wrong, but I'd like to be too anal just because it's off season. And when it comes time to prep, I'm extremely anal.
I'm a bit like that person. I'll have two large burgers and fries, but I'll have a Diet Coke to counteract it.
But I see full fat drinks as a waste of calories completely.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Diet drinks taste good. You don't need that shit.
Are there any off-season foods that you are just off limits that you think it serves no purpose whatsoever?
I think like pizza is just shit.
Yes, empty. It's tasty, but it serves no purpose nutritionally.
I see no, and things like just sweets and chocolate and things like that for the sake of it. I just don't see the point.
No, sits bad on me as well.
I just, my head goes, what am I going to get from this? Fuck all? Leave it there. It's as simple as that.
I couldn't imagine ever, like, I don't know, you've got people round or you're at like an office, you're in office and someone says you want a biscuit, just having a biscuit. I couldn't imagine doing that. It's not mealtime. It's not mealtime, but I could kind of imagine if it was mealtime and they say, do you want a biscuit?
I'll have it after
my meal. I could never imagine just having a biscuit.
This is something me and my brother were talking about. It's like, why want to spike insulin between meals? There's no need to. Fuck that shit. I don't need to. No, I agree, man. I'm exactly the same.
So I've got a question that's actually quite relatable to that in a way. Xmas eating. That's all he put. Xmas eating. So I'm guessing the question revolves around what you do around the festive periods regarding your diet.
I would probably smash 2 or 3 of my mother's incredible cooked dinners.
like, did you do this like on Christmas Day and Boxing Day and
Christmas Day.
and
Before Christmas Eve, normal. Boxing Day, normal. Christmas Day, I'll probably have a normal breakfast, meal 2, and then I'll probably have a dinner, and I'll probably repeat my dinner because it's fucking lovely. And then if I want another one, I'll have a third. And I probably won't eat for the rest of the day.
you're exactly like me. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like,
that's not bad.
do you know what? It's like on Christmas, like all my sister comes around, my nephews, and we just all just enjoy each other's company. I'm not even thinking about food.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah.
just
See, I'll only
chilling.
eat. My rule is I'll only eat something that's like typically off plan if someone else in my family has one as well. So I join in with them, and it's a social, it's a social thing.
Yeah.
So if everyone's doing a mince pie with a cup of tea and stuff like that, or a bit of carrot cake and a cup of tea, or a hot chocolate, I'll have one as well.
Yeah, I
won't
get
say
that.
no.
I get that.
One
That makes
day.
sense.
One day in the year, but I will make sure I get my 6 protein feedings throughout the day. That's like the general rule. So as you said, I'll have breakfast, which I'll probably have my normal breakfast, salmon. I'll have meal 2, which is like steak and pasta. Then I'll have, by that time it will be Christmas dinner time. Have that.
Yeah.
Then I'll have a second Christmas dinner. Probably dessert. There'll be loads of shit about. I'll probably add those to meals as I go throughout. But the rule is I can't miss a meal because if anything, I'm at risk of losing weight, not being on my diet right now because calories are high and my demands are high. I was talking to Josh about this actually. He's in the exact same position as me. It's that we're actually worried of under eating because he's on a lot of food right now as well.
Yeah, he's on like 5'3" or 5'5".
Which is a lot for someone his weight.
Yeah, fucking right, man. That's a really good amount of food to be. Like, that's a really good place to start a prep. You know?
He's not fat either.
No, exactly.
He looks good.
He's in a decent composition. He's put a shit ton aside. He has done really fucking well. I'm well impressed. But he's been diligent as fuck, man. His consistency's on another level. I think he said he's had like 2 cheat meals this fucking year.
That's Jordan. He just doesn't do cheat meals.
That's crazy, man. So yeah, with cheat meals, a meal off plan, you can go out and eat whatever the fuck you want. Like you can have your regular meal, but out if you want to. You know what I mean?
That's what I do, and I add calories to it too. Because usually, if I'm eating off plan, it's because I need the calories. So I have the normal meal what I'd have because I love my food anyway. Mm-hmm. So if my normal meal is meant to be beef and rice, I'll go to the restaurant. I'll probably get a steak, which I'll get a fattier cut.
Yeah.
With pasta or rice or whatever carb source potato. Add stuff to it as well to make sure I get extra calories because that's usually the point of an off-plan meal for me.
I don't because I've got an 18-month off season now. I'm a little bit more. But previous years when I've only had like a few months, I'm like extremely diligent because I want to make the most progress in the shortest period of time. And I do want to make progress now, and I will, but I do have a missus. I got a family. I got to be a bit more social. You know what I mean? I want to live my life a little bit as well. Like I went out for a drink on Saturday night with my brother. I haven't had a drink since I was on holiday, and even then I only drink once. And before that, it was the fucking year before. Like went out, had a social. Me, my brother, my best mate, and I enjoyed it. And I didn't beat myself up over it the next day. You know, I was just back on track. No hangover, felt good. Sound.
That's nice.
I want to give myself the room to do those things this year as well because I've always been so like this that my missus deserves me to be a bit more relaxed.
Yeah, I'm the same. Like with my family, they're so used to seeing me constantly eating out of Tupperware. I just want to be normal, totally normal. Not eat out of Tupperware and just eat whatever they're eating. Yeah. Not because I really want to. I really want to do it for them more so.
Of course.
Because it's actually harder for me to do that than not do that.
I agree entirely. I'm the same, man. I think when you're hell-bent on making progress and you understand the fundamentals of making progress, which are consistency with nutrition, training, and rest, those three variables that you're in complete control of, anything outside of your normal regime is sort of in your mind putting a hindrance on the progress you're making.
So you were saying that your mum what does your mum make on Christmas Day? Does she make anything like that you look forward to?
Her dinner, just her dinner.
My mum.
Yeah. Well, both of you mums.
My mum
Yeah,
makes it just a fine Christmas
my
dinner.
dad makes Christmas dinner.
Oh, daddy.
Yeah.
He's the man.
Yeah, dad makes Christmas dinner.
He's the man of the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just looking forward to
my
dinner.
My mum lays the table.
My mum literally does everything. She won't even let us do anything. My mum will not let us touch a fucking thing. She'll lay the table. She'll do all the fuck. Mum, do your hand. She'll be like, fuck off. Go away. This is my time to shine.
Yeah. Nah,
I'm the one.
My mum usually does dinner, and I made sure this year that we're actually going out for a Christmas dinner, so she doesn't have to do anything.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, usually I help her, and that's kind of something we do. But this year we're not going to do that. So instead, we're going to do some baking. I've never baked in my life. I haven't baked in my life, but we're going to make something. We'll make some mince pies or something.
That's class, bro. Baking is awesome.
Is it? I don't know.
I love baking.
Baking is awesome. My brother started baking because he finished prep and I was still doing shows. He'd bake for my shows. And he sort of fell in love with it. He was therapeutic to him. He's fucking class at it as well. He makes the best brownies, man. Fuck.
You know, you say that. When I was prepping, I found how I dealt with cravings was cooking for other people.
Yeah. It's a sick thing.
I was craving food, so I was cooking with mum and dad. I was cooking their dinners in the evening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I would say I'd take some of my missus. I'd be like, eat it. Tell me what it tastes like.
Yes.
Mate, I'm not using low-calorie sauces on their food. I'm like, when I put the chips in the active fire, I'm drenching it in virgin olive oil. Get them extra crispy and perfect. Bit of rosemary.
Yeah. And just smell it. And then eat your meal.
Yeah. We got any more questions?
Yeah, man. That's all right. What we got? Okay, so we got from Paul Woolsey. Around what % body fat would you start to cut back at in the gaining phase? Are mini cuts needed?
Yeah, I think they're a good tool. If you do get too fat, you shouldn't get to that point anyway. But if you don't compete, then when are you going to take body fat off?
Yeah.
I mean, ideally, let's say you compete once a year. You want that whole time leading up to the next comp in the gaining phase, in my opinion. You want to be in a surplus. You don't want to be wasting time. So it tells me that if you have to do a mini cut before the next comp, and that's all in the space of a year, you've bulked up too quick.
Agreed.
You need to pace yourself and keep yourself in a surplus and gather those tools for prep.
Yeah.
The tools
but
for
do
prep
you think when it comes to people getting too fat in the bulking season or whatever the fuck you want to call it, it is due to eating too much food? They think they need more than they actually need.
Well, either way, they've put on too much weight, so they're in too much of a surplus for too long. Whether the surplus is too large, I mean, they're eating more calories than they burn off. They even need to up their activity.
Exactly. That's exactly what I mean. As in, do you think a lot of people who get too fat in off season are just simply eating way too many calories because they think that more calories is better, and I need to eat to get big, and this is the food I need? Like when you were eating 7,000 calories, that's why I asked you, did you actually feel the need to eat that many calories? Because 7,000 calories is a lot of fucking calories.
In reflection,
well,
yes and no. For a bodybuilding standpoint, I got too fat for the level of muscularity I had at that time.
Yep.
But it also made me experience weights that I wouldn't have experienced otherwise in gym. So when I came down in body weight, I was still using those weights.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
The first time I pulled 7 plates off the floor was in that run, and I wouldn't have had the confidence when I came down pull it again.
Yeah, of course.
I can now pull 7 plates off the floor, 25 pounds lighter than I was then. I wouldn't have been able to do that before.
Yeah.
But it takes a lot of diligence and hard work if you do push it too far to get that off again.
Yeah.
I got it off, obviously. So I had to get lean before I started prep, then bulk up a little bit more to gather the tools to go into the prep. But, you know, I think pushing it too far is definitely a detriment. I think a lot of the reason why people do get too fat is because they keep upping calories, but they're not, and their body weight is climbing, but they're not using their body weight efficiently. So what I mean by that is if you put on 2 pounds, you're going to feel stronger in the gym the next week. Yeah. But what if you put on 6 pounds at once? You just skipped like 3 ladders off the stairs.
Yeah, 100%.
You know,
100%. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So I don't know what you guys think.
No, I agree entirely, man. I think that's why one of the reasons I tell people not to get too caught up in the scales is because the scales will tell you a fraction of what you need to know. Like as you said, if you gain 2 pounds but your lifts are going up, and the next week you only gain 1 pound but your lifts are still going up, you're still stronger. You can afford to stay there. You don't have to push your fucking food again. Even if you haven't gained any weight at all another week, it still doesn't mean you have to push your food up. Because if you're still increasing your numbers in the gym, you're feeling stronger, you're getting, you're lifting heavier weights, I think you can afford to stay there a lot longer than people think they can,
Yeah, I think the weight, at the end of the day, weight does move weight. That's a given. Yeah. But I think you should use the amount of weight. There is a limit to how heavy you can get. You want to use every pound wisely.
Of course, but
every pound should be used for performance.
But as you said, weight moves weight, but I think you have to be realistic as to what type of, how heavy you are as a person, really. Like I'm not built to be, I couldn't be 250. If I pushed to 250, I'd be fat. I'm 250, but I'm not a 250 person. Do you know what I mean? Like I probably get to like 220 and I'm cool there. Like 220 for me is like a good place to be for me. So there's no point in me trying to push to fucking 230 because I know I'm just going to get fat. I'll let it happen naturally over a period of time, but I'm not going to just try and fucking get to 230. And I think people get caught up in that a lot of the time. Is trying to reach a weight and then just getting sloppy and not even noticing. Because something I find as well is people who are sloppy in the off season. Do you know, like in prep, when you're shredded and you think you're fat, you look in the mirror and you think you're fat. People who get sloppy see themselves looking good in the mirror. They have that exact same effect, but they're on the wrong way around.
Yeah, I can understand that because they're so used to seeing themselves fat, they all of a sudden see an ab and they think, I'm show ready.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like a reverse prep. They're like, oh my God, I look so good. And everyone else sees them as just this sloppy physique, where they need to cut back, but they're so caught up in their own shit that they're like, I'll eat more food. I'm getting bigger. I'm getting stronger. Ugh. But then come prep time, they got like 50, 60 pounds to lose.
Yeah, and they generally lose a bit of muscle anyway to get that off. Because the heavier you get as well, the harder you... So everyone's got stubborn, fatty sites. So usually on us guys, it's glutes, isn't it? Yeah. It's usually glutes and hams, lower back.
Yeah,
to come in last. The heavier you get and more out of shape you get, I shouldn't say the heavier you get, the more out of shape you get, the harder you're going to have to push to get those.
Because what you got to think is those fat cells, you'll create more fat cells. Those fat cells will forever be there.
Yeah, they're going to... I mean, the reason why they're stubborn is because there's less blood flow in that area. So, yeah, I just think there is a limit to how high you should push your body weight if you're in an off-season setting. You got to have an eye on performance, but at the same time, have an eye on where your goal is at the end of the year if you're competing. Because if you lose sight of that, you've actually got to get on stage. You're going to make prep very hard.
Yeah, 1,000%.
As I said, I had to get lean before I went into prep.
Yeah, that's a bad thing. You don't want to be.
It wasn't really. I just had to mini cut. Then from there, I had 20 weeks.
Yeah.
20 weeks, and he used 9 weeks or 10 weeks to move up again in the scales. And by doing that, I accumulated more calories to use for prep. And put muscle on. Then I had 10 weeks to diet off. Yeah,
that's fair.
I'm in a lucky situation where apparently I can take body fat off really quick. And I didn't know I could do that. But I can. I don't know whether that's a genetic thing or I generally just worked hard.
Yeah.
Well, I know I work hard.
It's probably a combination of both, though, because you work hard. So, if you're just fortunate that it comes off that much quicker and you're willing to work hard, then you're just a good place.
But as a kid, I was never a lean kid. So, I don't know.
There's many factors. I think is the amount of muscle you're carrying can change things as well. There's a lot of different factors, man, that change.
Yeah. How do you find like getting in shape? Like, do you struggle the off season and putting weight on?
My first 10 weeks of prep, I gained weight and didn't change, and then I just got peeled from 1 week to another. Literally, like it's not, mate. It's not. It's fucking scary because every year we start prep and James is like, "What the fuck? Like, why? Like, you're just still fat. What the fuck?" And then I'll go away, and then a week later I'll come back, and he'll go, "We can have you ready in 3 weeks." Great.
What? So, are you saying the scale's not changing, but you are changing, or
no? I don't. I get a little bit tighter, but fuck all happens, man. Like, I don't lose body fat. And then all of a sudden, it just goes.
That's quite funny, actually, because I say I take body fat off easy, but I'm kind of similar because I remember we kept cutting calories, but I was only dropping a pound or whatever. And for the amount of calories we were cutting to just drop a pound was insane. So I was thinking, like, how are we going to get in condition? We're going to lose the amount of calories that we got. Then all of a sudden, I just hit a point where it's almost like walking off a cliff, and it just fell off.
Yeah. That's literally exactly what happens with me. It's a very strange place to be, and I don't like it at all because it makes me very scared that I'm not going to be ready. But then that sort of forces me to keep on working harder. And this is the thing. I said to someone the other day, you got to be a certain type of person to be able to do this, though. Like, if you're pushing yourself and dieting and doing an hour of cardio a day and you're not seeing change, you got to be, like, fucked in the head a little bit to carry on. Because most people would just go, fuck this, it ain't working. I've been doing this for 8 weeks now when I haven't changed.
Guys, I really need to go to the toilet. There they were.
So what are your thoughts on it in terms of body fat, off-season, stay lean or get big? Regardless. Your thoughts on body fat. Your thoughts on body fat in off-season. So stay relatively lean, competition, or just
relatively,
push. Yeah. What's
no, I think too much excess weight is just unnecessary. Carrying it around serves you no purpose. And like we say, if it's not benefiting you performance-wise, then it's unneeded. Yeah. I do get heavy in the off-season, but it doesn't negatively affect me performance-wise.
Yeah.
And talking about prep, I think I started prep last year 255 pounds, maybe a bit more, and my weight for the first 5 weeks went up. I ended up being about 260 on prep, but then overnight it just turned off, and I started losing. But my body composition was changing for the better as I was getting heavier.
That's a nice place to be.
I guess that's what they say. I guess that's where they say you grow into the show. I definitely do.
Yeah. So you're now like
I must have put on.
Heavier.
Yeah, but I'm leaner this time off season than I was last year.
Fucking hell. That's amazing.
And I'm feeling really good as well. And relating back to when I was on like 7,000 calories, when I say that to people, they think that's a lot. But then you take into account my activity on a daily basis, being my job.
Yeah.
It probably work out that I'm eating probably 5,000 because I'm burning like 2,000 at work.
Yeah, I got you.
So it works in relation to me. Like when I started prep, my food was nearly on 6,000 calories for the first few weeks of prep.
Wow.
Roughly.
What are you on at the moment?
At the moment, I'll be honest, I don't know calorie-wise. I'm just eating what I've been told.
Enough to keep you massive.
Yeah, enough to be full. Put it this way, I'm cruising now.
So I was going to say, do you have a coach for the off season?
You talking to me?
Well, both of you. Do you both have coaches for the off season?
Yes, sir.
Oh, good.
I work with my coach year round. I worked there for 4 years straight. They literally 4 years straight.
I've never understood people who just have a coach for prep. Off season
is the most important part.
Yeah. Absolutely, man.
But sorry, I'm coachable in the off season.
Sorry, if I interrupted
you.
Sorry? I interrupted you, mate. Carry on.
Oh, basically I was saying, obviously I got up to like 280 and I stayed there for a couple of weeks, but then I've now gone onto my cruise. I think I've dropped down to like 275 and I've stayed there now, and I think that's probably going to be my weight up until I start prep. I'm not gonna push it any higher. I don't feel there's any need. My lifts are still going up. I'm feeling good as well.
When are you
I'm feeling really healthy as well. I'm starting prep the 3rd week in January. So that is going to be bear with me, the 18th of January.
Ooh.
That's exciting.
I don't know when I start, but hopefully we'll be dieting. We'll be dieting at the same time. So
I won't.
Yeah, that's
mate. Dieting's easy. What are you saying?
Dieting is easy. Dieting is easy as fuck. It's the easiest part of the whole process.
Yeah.
But because as well, it's like you can lose
so much easier than the off season.
You can lose sight if you're going off season. Off season can become a task at some point because you're like, fuck, man, am I making progress? I'm not seeing much happening. Yeah, I'm improving my lifts, but you don't get that visual like reward that you get in prep. Week after week, you see change, and it keeps you fucking fired up.
Yeah.
In the off season, you just need to keep giving yourself a kick up the ass.
In off season, you just gotta keep your body. I say to people, in off season, you gotta make sure you're doing your bodybuilding shit on the side and keep yourself occupied with other shit in the meantime. Yeah. Whether that's work, whether that's hobbies, whatever. Bodybuilding happens regardless. You eat your meals because it's part of your routine, and you go to the gym because it's part of your routine. As long as you're ticking those boxes and you're doing them well, you need stuff to occupy the other parts of your day in off season.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, I'm actually in quite a cool phase right now where I'm still like I can still see abs and stuff. So as I'm getting bigger,
I see your photos today.
As I'm getting bigger, I can see the progress. So it's actually really nice to see that. Because usually in off season or when I'm pushing my weight up, I just get fat straight away. That hasn't happened this time. I am adding body fat. You can see in my photos as they evolve. But
I've still got my abs, which I'm happy about.
Sorry?
What did you say, Anne?
I think I can still see my abs, but you can still see your glutes, Dan.
Not anymore. I put some pictures up on the outskirts, but not really. In prep, my gnarliest body part is my glutes. it comes off my glutes.
I'd probably hold about 60 pounds.
The fat of my glutes come in before my lower abs. I don't know why, but it do.
I had a client like that. His first ever prep and his glutes were like.
Hey, I've got a proper J-Lo ass. I have.
Bro, his glutes were like fucking diced.
Yeah,
it was
nice.
silly. And then his hamstrings, no detail at all. His quads, very little detail. Glutes, shredded to the bone.
So was he in condition or not?
Well, he was peeled. But in the end, he had feathering in his quads. He had good condition all around. But his glutes just came in, and they were like fucking gnarly, man.
Yeah. How I see, though, I don't know what your guys' opinion on it. Judging the bodybuilding shows, it's like they're judging condition nowadays by glutes.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah, I think that's bullshit.
Yeah.
I think there's so many factors that are involved in judging a bodybuilding show fairly and correctly that condition can sometimes be too. It's not a fair point, if you know what I mean. Like, you got symmetry, size, proportion, etc. But everything should be like 20% this, 20% this, 20% this, 20% this, 20% this, and overall, who's the best? Whereas now it's like 80% condition, and the rest can be overlooked.
Yeah, I think you'll agree. I don't think you'll mind me saying this, but you're not the most conditioned guy on stage ever, are you? Really?
No.
But your shape,
better condition than
your
me.
shape, and you do very well. So that's actually a testament to the judging, that they're actually taking in consideration other factors other than just conditioning. Because at the end of the day, you can't just get on stage and be swimmers.
No, like I've never had shredded glutes. They've been lean from the side, but they've never been shredded. I get good detail in my hands, good detail in my quads, good detail pretty much everywhere. My back could have more detail, but that's down to lack of muscle as well, not condition. But then my glutes are never fucking peeled.
Do you pin your glutes?
No, I stopped.
Yeah.
I stopped for that reason. This year they were a lot leaner, but like they were from the side, they were like, but then from the back, it just wasn't. There's lines there, but it's not like fucking lines, you know.
Or mine coming from the side before the back.
That's exactly the same.
I think that's typical, to be honest, because
you've
really got to push condition to get lines all the way to the crack.
Yeah, of course. But I struggle to get past that threshold, you know. I can keep on pushing, and I will keep on pushing, but they struggle to come through.
But I think you could get them all the way through, but if you did, your physique would look worse for it.
100%, because I'm already flat when my glutes aren't peeled. So if I had to keep on and I will, I'll just fucking keep on going. But then if I'm super flat, I have nothing.
I feel like if you were to go for that extra 5% of condition to get your glutes in, you'd lose 30% off your overall physique.
If I couldn't fill out, yes. If I could manage to fill out, then I disagree.
Yeah, I feel like because
I've been flat at every show I've done this year.
Oh, really?
Yes, because if I'm not, I don't have the detail. One of the best things about my physique is the detail I have. Even if I'm not the most conditioned, the detail I have is pretty gnarly in certain areas. And detail and
condition are two different things.
Exactly, 100%, I agree.
Because I know a lot of guys can be very much in condition. So, for example, let's say Jose Raymond, always super peeled, but the detail on his legs, non-existent. Exactly. He had those legs with not a lot of separation. Then you look at Flex Lewis. Yeah, he was always conditioned, but look how beautiful his lines are.
Exactly.
How deep the separations are. And yeah.
The detail is one of my winning factors. And if I try to push for fullness and sacrifice that, my physique looks a lot worse.
Yeah. It happened to me because I said this prep because I've always been a guy that I love to be big. I don't think I'm big, but I love to try and be big. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've kind of like, I'm that guy that would always stay heavier just because I don't like to look small at all in clothes or anything like that. So psychologically, me coming down in body weight was quite hard. And I said to myself, and I said to other people as well, I'll never sacrifice my physique just to get my glutes in.
Yeah.
I didn't do that. I sacrificed my physique just to keep getting leaner. My glutes are in when I was still full. I didn't need to keep going. But
Yeah.
then it's like an addiction. You see
Oh,
yourself
yeah,
getting leaner
man.
and leaner. You want to know
Yeah.
how much further you can take it. That's what I did. I just
Yeah.
kept going.
But that's why you need a good coach as well.
Well, I
To
had
go.
a good coach, but I didn't listen to him.
Yeah, but that was a point I was going to come to. Is you need a good coach to tell you when to back off, but you also need to not be a stubborn cunt like this cunt and back off when you're told to.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the thing, man. We can all be our own worst enemies in prep, especially if you're hell bent on being the best you can be.
Yeah, definitely. So, questions. We do a couple more.
I have another question. Do you think it's possible to lose a ton of body fat and put on muscle?
Well, at the same time?
With a few months, and then that's where the question ends. So there's actually nothing more to it. But do you think it's possible to lose a ton of body fat and put on muscle?
Well, let's not say...
That's the holy grail.
I'm assuming that he means that at the same time.
Well, let's not say a ton. Let's just say, is it possible to lose body fat and gain muscle at the same time?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I agree.
A lot of people say it's counterintuitive, but let's put it this way. First of all, it depends what kind of phase you're in. Let's put it in a scenario of a guy who has been in his off season. He's gotten quite fat, but he's been on a cruise. Yeah, he's been on a cruise, or he's been on no gear at all. Now he goes into a deficit and adds in gear. He's super sensitive. What's going to happen? He's going to drop body fat, and he most likely, because he's got the new stimulus of gear in the gym, he's going to be stronger. He's progressing his lifts. He's now gaining muscle. As you gain muscle, your body now has more demands, where it has more demands for more food, or more demands to maintain its body weight, and it's going to drop body fat as a result. So you're going to be gaining muscle and dropping body fat at the same time.
I think a factor that has to play in that as well is the fact that when you're in, and it's generally when someone is in a a fat loss period where they're trying to drop body fat, they are a lot more meticulous, and that being meticulous will also help gain any muscle, because that's where everyone drops off in the off season, is being meticulous and being anal, and that's the one factor you need to keep consistent to make progress both ways. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, combine that, and then even newbies as well. For newbies, new stimulus of training in the gym and eating, you're gonna gain muscle. If you're gonna gain muscle, more than likely you're gonna drop body fat at the same time.
I mean, the amount of people that I've seen who they start eating more food, and then their composition just gets that much better, and they look like a fucking completely different person.
Yeah,
they look 10 times bigger and they're leaner, and you're like, fuck yeah.
I don't know about you, but when I go back on gear, the first thing that happens more than likely is my body comp. Well, I recomp.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I recomp. That's the first thing that happens. I'll probably gain 2 pounds, but I would get a hell of a lot leaner.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah,
so that's
it's one of the reasons I'm excited to go back on now, because now I'm off. I feel myself getting a bit softer, even though I'm not getting any fatter. I can feel myself getting a bit softer. But then you go back on, you get that hardness back. It's a different look, you know.
that's the current phase I'm in right now. I've just reintroduced gear, and I'm noticing the first thing I'm noticing is I can't tell whether I'm getting leaner yet. I could be, but a sign of that is my appetite has gone through the roof. And if you're hungry, that tells me I'm losing body fat. That's always my sign. So, yeah.
But you definitely, I'd say, you could tell you're back on by your photos.
I don't know about that. If you look back, whilst I was on a cruise, I looked
I don't know.
real full. I don't look any different.
Yeah, but those photos you put up today, you look very good. Like for 235, like that's a really good place to be. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it hasn't yet even really kicked in. I say I've been on for 2 weeks. I've only been on for like 9 days. And the esters I'm using, all long esters.
Maybe a little bit more fullness. Maybe.
Yeah, definitely fullness. I put on 5 pounds in the first week.
Yes. Yeah. But that's the thing with the fullness, that just helps everything press against the skin that much more. And then it gives the appearance of being a little bit leaner.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know about you, but when you've eaten loads of food and you've got a food baby, my stomach looks leaner.
Like a turtle shell.
I love that.
Like a turtle shell.
I've got a massive belly, but I'm shredded.
What else you got on you?
I've got look at some questions. I've got a few.
Last meal you would pick on death row.
Oh. Go on, Amp.
What's that?
Last meal you would pick on death row.
Oh, can you have a dessert as well?
Anything you want, mate. Last meal.
Oh,
It could be
I
a
would
3-course
have
meal. It could be a 5-course meal.
homemade cottage pie with all the veg, carrot cake as dessert, with a glass of Sunny D.
Sounds nice. Sounds appealing. I could eat that right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, that's pretty decent.
What about you, Mr. Basti?
It's hard, isn't it? Your last ever meal. What do you have? I'm not going to be the dickhead and say chicken and rice. Fuck. I'd have my mum's lasagna.
Oof.
She does a really good lasagna, and she does it. So she does different layers of pasta sheets, but she does it with all different cheeses in every layer. Oh, mate.
Oh.
It's orgasmic. Like,
That sounds
ridiculous.
very nice.
Anyone around that?
Yeah, then dessert, I would probably go carrot cake as well. It's not a bad shout.
I think it's a good shout.
Carrot cake and a bit of ice cream. Drink, fucking Diet Coke.
Fuck no. Banana milkshake from McDonald's.
Oh, we can have milkshakes.
Fucking right you can. So you
Does
can
that count as a drink?
It counts as anything. Mate,
The
carrot cake
Oreo.
counts as a drink if you wanted to. You're on death row.
Oreo milkshake from GBK.
Or Five Guys, Oreo, peanut butter, bacon bits.
Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's pretty good.
We call this the food cast.
Yeah.
All we need to do is throw up fucking food.
Mate, I'm absolutely starving. I'm starving.
Man.
Yeah,
I'm doing good in like 20 minutes.
My appetite is like ravenous.
That's good though, man. That's good. That's gonna get you big. That's gonna get you swole.
Yeah, man.
That's gonna be the difference between first and second place next year.
Well, first and fifth.
Yeah.
First and fifth. But yeah. What would you have?
I'd have a cooked dinner, but I'd have a Five Guys on the side. I'd have a McDonald's milkshake and a Five Guys milkshake and a whole carrot cake and some Welsh cakes because I can.
You greedy bastards.
Hey, mate, I'm about to die. I'm going full.
You're on death row. Have what you like. Go down.
They're literally about to wipe me off the face of the planet. I'm fucking making them pay. Like, it's going to be the most expensive dinner they've ever seen.
Yeah. You guys, so what would you rather? Carrot cake, this is on Christmas Day. Carrot cake, gingerbread, or mince pies? Can only have one.
Can only have what?
I don't like mince pies.
I go carrot cake, man. Carrot cake is God.
It's hard, man.
Yeah.
I love all three.
I love all three, but you said choose one. Carrot cake is one.
I think
Mince pies
because it's Christmas, I've got to go with mince pie.
I'd have one the day after, see.
Mince pie is the only one you can heat up.
Yeah, true. The carrot cake is just carrot cake, man. I love me some carrot cake.
Yeah. Getting some carrot cake in for Christmas, for sure.
Fuck yeah. I'm going to come to your house.
I've got some questions here, some good ones. Actually, I've got some quick fire ones.
Bear with me. I'm just going to take a piss.
Me and Amp for do this one. Really quick one. It's from Diva. Stepmaster or stationary bike, which is best?
As long as you're getting work out of it, do what you want.
Yeah.
Personally, I prefer a bike. Personal preference.
Yeah, I mean,
As long as you get about.
Do you want to wait till Josh is back because he's got sound interference?
Yeah.
Oh, man's back.
So Josh,
Yeah.
basically the question was Stairmaster or stationary bike, which is best?
Yeah, master.
Is this personal preference or is this backed by science?
Personal preference. The science of cardio is whichever one fucking suits you best.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Personal preference. I hate the bike. The bike sucks. Bikes can die and burn and be melted and made into a giant dildo because I don't want to know anything about bikes.
Yeah.
Yeah, master, all day.
I can totally agree with you. Like, it doesn't matter how you do your cardio. You can have sex for all you care as long as you're burning calories. All it is a tool to burn calories.
Legit, man. Most of my cardio this prep was outdoors.
Exactly. So yeah, for me personally, I'm Stairmaster. Yeah. I find on the bike, my legs just get too pumped up. Fucking pump.
I get bored of
Look at that.
If I'm on a bike, I want to be moving, man. I don't want to be stationary. What the fuck made a stationary bike?
Yeah.
That's just so stupid.
And
I get the stairs because you can't have infinite stairs, you know?
That's your reasoning.
I understand the stairs because it's a stair mill. You just go down. But because you can't have infinite stairs up to nowhere, it just doesn't work that way. But you can cycle as far as you want outdoors, man. Fucking get some fresh air, you cunt.
Yeah. On a bike, I have to work so much harder to get my heart rate up. I feel like I've got to be like Chris Hoy. Yeah, whereas in the Stairmaster, I can have my heart rate at like 140 just by like level 5.
Just looking at it.
Just looking at it. Fucking look at it, the nervousness. Especially if you got a bit of cleaning.
That's why I don't
You got
go
a bit of
anywhere.
cleaning, you're
You get on, you're like this.
right.
Got it.
Another question I got is we got weed and bodybuilding. We did that one last week.
We did that.
Oh, this is interesting because we kind of spoke to it, but not really. Spoke about it, not really. Will clean food result in better body comp than dirty food, even if it's the same calories? So basically, if it fits your macros or meal plan.
I believe.
Not
I personally think that clean food will benefit your body composition more.
Definitely.
I genuinely believe it will.
Oh, exactly.
I
think out of personal experience, I know it.
If you eat 5,000 calories a day of clean food, you eat 5,000 calories at McDonald's, you're not going to look the same by the end. The statement that you are what you eat, I think, is true to an extent.
Yeah.
The reason
It's not just about what your food looks like.
But it's just the reason bodybuilders eat bodybuilding food is because they are there to make progress in a certain way. Otherwise, you would eat McDonald's every day. But
and you look at the impact these foods have on your gut biome. If your gut biome is fucked because you've been invading it with shit, then your digestion is going to be shit, and you're not going to be assimilating the food anyway. And how I look at it, and this is interesting as well, because even though I say I'm going to eat what my family eating, I'm not going to eat anything that I know is going to affect my digestion because I've got to train the next day.
Yeah.
So imagine trying to train and getting the calories that I've got to get in if the day previous I've ate shit.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Totally. Yeah, I agree. Of course it does. It doesn't fucking retard.
Yeah, and you've got, foods that are inflammatory as well, which are generally no good for your health. Trans fats.
Yeah.
Everything like that. Then you've got foods that we generally eat that are anti-inflammatory, that are good for your health. Like we've got Evo, we've got spinach, coconut oil, all these fats that are so good for your health. Do you not think if you're healthy, you're going to perform better in the gym and you're going to grow better?
Yeah, of course.
Why people ask me how did I grow so well on my cruise or my rebound? I didn't really get fat at all. It's because I was healthy.
But it's because as well, nutrition does most of the fucking work. It's not fucking gear.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's
funny you say that. We didn't touch on this, but when me and Amp went to Orpington, there's some guy who was doing barbell rows, and I wanted the racks and wanted to do rack pulls. I told you about this, didn't I? I wanted to do rack pulls, and I said, "How many sets you got, mate?" He goes, "No, only 2 more," and I'm just getting ready, sitting on the bench, ready to load up the bar and the rack pulls or whatever. And he comes over as I'm loading the bar up. He goes, on the lines of like, "I hope you don't mind me asking. You don't have to answer if you don't want to." He goes, "Is it the insulin and the growth hormone? What is it?" Because, and I didn't really know what to say at first. And he looked at me and said, "I just want to be thick. I want to be thick." And I said,
"Well, you are.
You are fucking thick." I said to him, "Well, hang about for 10 minutes and watch what I do with this bar. Then you're going to realise." Yeah. The reason he was asking the question is the same reason he's not thick. He's spending too much time thinking about drugs and asking stupid questions when he should be training. And if he was going to ask me a question, why was it not about training?
Yeah.
It's always the training.
Or nutrition.
And the nutrition combined.
It's like, there's no quick fix. Fuck me, if it was that easy to be big, there'd be a million big people walking about. But the reality is it ain't. It's fucking hard. Yeah, why is there not many millionaires? Because people don't want to put the work in to build a business up to that level. The same with the fucking physique.
As I was talking to him, he looked at me like in amazement at some amazing thing. Oh my God, it's the training. And I said, I said to him, "All right, see that guy over there?" Yeah, and he goes, "Yeah, Luke Sando." I said, yeah, that big fucker over there. Now, right, be honest with me. How much gear are you on? And he said the amount of gear he's on. And I said, now, I know that Luke is on less. I've been on the forums. He's posted what his gear is, and he's on less than you. So you're taking more than him, and you're not yet thick. Look at him. What do you think it is? Do you see how he trains? He goes, yeah, he was barbell rowing 5 plates the other day. Well, there you fucking go. It's amazing. It's just amazing to me how people obsess over the drugs. It has nothing to do with it.
Yeah, it really does. But it's the day and age we live in, man.
Anyway, that was my rant. I needed that. I pointed to Amph as well, and I said, all right, let's leave an IFBB pro out of this. How old do you think that guy is over there? He goes, all right, probably like 28, 29. He's fucking 21. He's just turned 21. He's 275 pounds.
Yeah.
He ain't been taking gear for 10 years. He ain't been training for 10 years. He's not got the years behind him to take gear for that long. So it ain't the gear.
Small-minded people, man. You tell people the secret to gaining muscle, getting shape, and they don't believe you because the secret is consistency and hard fucking work. It's bullshit. You got better gear than me. You take thousands a week. Thousands.
Yeah. Because I totally agree. Right. Do a couple more.
What else we got?
This is quite interesting. So we're just talking about gear. Is there a compound you'd never ever try?
Probably Trestolone.
You'd never try it?
Not Trestolone. I've heard it will there's a high chance it will completely shut down your fertility.
Oh no, okay, so I got that confused because there was something you was taking that I thought it was that, but it was not that, is it?
No. This is a different. I can't remember what's it's a mix of, but I just wouldn't go near it.
Yeah.
The methyltren, weren't you?
Methyltrinolone. It is a different So I actually don't know these exotic compounds. That just shows how much I really care about drugs. Yeah. I don't have a fucking clue.
I couldn't say.
I heard.
I can't. There's no extreme compounds that I'm aware of personally that I wouldn't try. But if something was to fuck me up big time, like the risk factor was fuck you up was high, then I'd be like, no, I don't want to take that because what's the fucking point?
That's simple. This Trestolone. Some of the older lads at the gym were taking it who's had kids before, but apparently there's a 90% chance, 95% chance it will completely shut down the male fertility.
Yeah, see, that's something I'd stay away from.
To me, that's not worth it.
Fuck them, man. That outweighs any pro. If you said that puts 20 pounds of muscle on you in a week, I still wouldn't fucking take it because I want kids. I want to have a happy family.
Yeah.
I'd rather graft another 10 years.
Yeah, exactly, man. 100%. Yeah, anything that's gonna, any compound that would fuck my shit up, I wouldn't want it.
Yeah.
No.
I would no longer say I've taken like Anadrol before. I wouldn't take that now because it's so liver toxic, and I don't see a place for it anymore. I haven't taken it before and known it was Anadrol. It was like probably fake VAR or something. I knew it was Anadrol when I took it. I wouldn't take it now because I'm all about keeping my liver healthy because that's the best way I grow in a way.
Yeah.
I wouldn't take DMP.
I wouldn't
because I hear how it really fucks people's training up, and my love is for training. So to me, it would suck the fun out of it.
Yeah. That makes sense.
I found that I run Anadrol for a bit, completely suppressed my appetite, and it was giving me severe headaches at like a very low dose as well.
Yeah, blood pressure.
Yeah, and literally I couldn't even.
Yeah.
There was a time I went to train back, and I was only doing pull downs, and I had to stop. I just felt nauseous. I had a headache. I felt sick, and I was only taking the bare minimum. And I guess it didn't affect me as well as it did other people, just negatively.
Yeah, no, it's only been negative for me as well. I wouldn't take anything that dramatically raises my blood pressure either.
I've never used Anadrol.
I mean,
I wouldn't bother, mate.
the pumps I got and the strength increase I got in about 4 days was ridiculous. But the negatives were far worse than getting a half decent pump, mate.
Your pump should be good anyway. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but this was like, honestly, on an off season, you don't really get that skin splitting feeling, do you? As if you're on prep. To a degree.
To a degree, but I think you should still be getting really good. But like, I think that when your pumps start to drop, and this is something we touched on, I believe, in episode 1, when your pumps start to diminish a little bit, it could come down to insulin sensitivity decreasing.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Another compound that I wouldn't use is Synthol.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't use shit like that.
And I wouldn't use that because it's site enhancement. I wouldn't use it because it seems like a messy job. Just hearing experiences, people have to pin it every day in different sites, and the volume, it just sounds messy. And I think I'd fuck it up.
Yeah. Then with one shoulder up here, like, oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, and there's nothing worse than when someone hits that front relax and they've got a pointy delt. Nothing worse. I do believe a lot of the pros use it, especially on the Olympia stage, but the fact that we can't tell, it just tells me they've done it right.
Yeah, of course.
You know?
Yeah.
I have used.
When you're out,
I was going to say I have used Mediform. It's a water-based SEO. It's shit. Did nothing.
Hyaluronic acid.
Yeah, did nothing.
Yeah.
It's basically lip filler for your muscles.
Yeah, got a good pump about it.
Did nothing for you at all?
No, nothing. My arms didn't get any bigger. My arms only got bigger since I stopped using it.
Oh.
And that was during prep. As well. I used it for about 10 weeks in prep. Then I stopped using it for the last 5 weeks in prep. And that's crunch time when really you're at more risk of losing muscle because, you're down there now. You're in the dog end of prep.
Mm-hmm.
And my arms got bigger in that time.
Well,
I didn't get bigger when I was using it.
That's very interesting. Yeah, I wouldn't. Any site enhancement, not for me. If I can't reach it without it, I don't want it with it.
Yeah.
It's coming up to 1 hour 40. Should we get one more question in?
Yes, we should.
Okay, this is interesting because I don't actually know Josh's training style. So I'd be interested in what his opinion is on this. Okay, so Cam Dubs, Instagram. Opinion on training for size. One all-out set or multiple sets with the same weight. I don't know what he means by that, multiple sets with the same weight, but let's say low volume versus low volume, high intensity, or high volume and, not a lot of sets to failure.
Who wants to go?
Well, I want to hear because I don't know your training style.
You don't know my training style?
No, I haven't got a clue.
It's always been low intensity, low volume, high intensity.
Low intensity, yeah.
Low intensity, yeah. I don't lift. I just laze. I lay on the bench, sip a mojito. Another magic happen. No, it's always been lower volume, higher intensity. Literally, ever since I started training.
Yep. I mean, if you tell me that you're low volume, I know that your intensity needs to be through the roof, because
Of course.
you wouldn't have the physique you have if you slacked in the gym with low volume.
Oh,
You've got
bro.
limited amount of opportunities to grow. You got to make use of every opportunity.
Honestly, like people train with me and my brother, and they're like, "What the fuck have I got myself into?" And I love it because when people say they train hard, I'm like, "Come here." I'll show you the fucking train hard.
It sounds like a challenge. Sounds like I need to come train with you and your brother.
Yes, please do, man.
I know we'd have a good session. To be fair, if that's how you train, that's how I train.
Mate, honestly, we just batter fuck up each other. It's like if there's more in the tank, you're fucking doing the rest. You ain't stop until you're done.
Yeah.
You know, if you got one set to make it count, that one set will take you to hell. They'll bring you back, and you'll probably have to go back to get something.
Yeah. That's you know what? I didn't think you were going to say that. I don't know why, but you've got a very pretty physique.
Yeah.
And I almost associate pretty physiques
with high volume.
Yeah, I don't know why that is, but yeah.
But I have actually thought about going over to high volume to see what I can get out of it.
I'd say don't be married to any one way.
No, definitely not, man. The thing is, I enjoy lifting heavy. I enjoy lifting heavy weights, and for my size and my weight, I'm very strong. So I really like being strong and lifting heavy weights. But I'm curious as to what could happen to my physique if I bump the volume right up and cut back on the intensity a little bit across sets. You know what I mean?
And just build up.
Well, you've got the time now since you've got a long process to maybe experiment
exactly, man. Exactly. I mean, maybe keeping one heavy compound on every session, and do a lower volume approach on that, and then do higher volume throughout the rest of the session, just to keep those strength movements in there. But I have been thinking about going to higher volume just to see what happens, man, because I'm very curious. There's more than one way to skin a cat.
Yeah. I think for me, in terms of the question, you can say what's best individually. Like for me, lower volume, low to moderate volume. My volume only depends really on what I can recover from. Mm-hmm. I don't exceed what I can't recover from. So for me, if 4 sets of quads is all I can do for that session, that's all I do. Because if I do more, I'm not growing.
Yeah.
If I could do 6 and recover from it just fine, and my strength is still building, I would.
Yeah.
To me, that's moderate volume. It's all person dependent, your recovery capabilities, but generally, I think lower volume, high intensity is more advantageous. But for beginners, I always find that they typically need a little bit more volume.
Of course they do, because they can't take themselves to that level of intensity.
Exactly. I was super low volume when I first started training. I went straight into a DC style training setup, and I probably couldn't utilize it as much as I could. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I trained intensely, but my mind muscle connection was terrible. It's all great going all hell on the hack squat. But if you're not actually using the muscle, then
exactly, no, 100%. I agree 1,000%. One of the reasons though I'm interested in higher volume is because I've been hitting my arms twice a week, making them a priority recently, and I do super high volume. I do like 15 to 20 reps supersets. A superset buys and tries, and I go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. There's no fucking rest. And my arms have grown. And my arms are shit, and they don't grow. And my arms have grown, and I'm off and just eating food. So I'm like, ooh, if it works there, maybe it can work
I think arms are a slightly different body part, because I've actually experienced something similar. Jordan, for me, lately, I've got a little bit more arm volume across the week. Mm-hmm. I'm now doing 5. It depends on the week, how it falls, but some weeks I've got 5 sets. Some weeks I've got 7 throughout the whole week. And I've never been that high with my arm volume before. And they've grown a lot. Like, if you notice my Instagram, I've been putting up a lot of front doubles.
Yeah.
And if you go back on my Instagram, I would never put a front double up.
Yeah.
I was so ashamed of my arms.
Yeah.
And now they're not too bad.
Yeah, I think the higher volume approach for muscles like arms. I think if they're recovered, I'll train them.
Yeah.
Same with my delts. If they're not hurting, I'll train them. I'll even do 2 sessions a day. If I'm doing legs today, then I'll smash my legs. And then if I'm feeling good for an arm session in the evening, I'll go back and do an arm session. If I'm eating enough food to recover from all that, and it's not hindering my recovery capacity with the other muscle groups, then I'm just going to benefit from it, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I know Dante said there's no such thing as being under-recovered. There is only such thing as under-eating.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, if the resources are there to build, then you can afford to do a bit more, you know?
Yeah, for sure. What are you saying?
Training style.
What was that?
Training style.
What are you saying?
I am low volume through and through, really. But I say that I think different body parts can favour different training methods. Say my legs and my back are low volume all day, whereas my shoulders, I need to train them higher volume to even get some sort of stimulus in them.
I think shoulders are one of those muscles that you need to flood them with blood.
Yes, yeah, exactly. I do one heavy press, and the rest is pretty high volume and intense drop sets. Sorry, my dog's scratching at the door.
Yeah, just accumulating work.
Yeah,
really, with intensification.
I mean, even when it comes to pressing for shoulders, I mean, me and my brother did chest and a bit of shoulders the other day, and we did some high volume shoulder pressing with dumbbells to finish. And fuck me, man, it hurts my shoulders a hell of a lot more than heavy.
Mm.
You know, I feel my delts work a lot harder with the higher volume stuff than I do with the big lifts.
I've only got
That's what that.
In my push sessions, I'm doing only kind of shoulder delt work I'm doing is when I do any kind of chest press.
Yeah.
I'm doing a high incline as well, but actual direct shoulder work, I've only got 4 sets across the week. But I've got actually really good delts. But for some reason, my delts are good in every one of my shots, but my front relaxed, they look shit. Why is that?
Is because your side delt's not big enough, not capped enough to give that illusion.
Amp will tell you, like, my delts are pretty good. Like, when I'm in the gym and I'm doing like an exercise, whoever I'm training with, someone always comes by and says, "Fucking guy's delts." So clearly they're not weak. Why is it in the front relaxed? I have no idea. I said to you, I'm going to come to you for some posing practice.
When you do your front relaxed, are you like down here, or do you bring your chest up here?
I think I bring my chest too high.
Because what happens if you do bring your chest up too high, the front delt becomes more prominent, the side delt becomes less prominent, so you lose that cap. Whereas if you're there, as opposed to there, you get more of like a straight line across the top. And if you've got good caps in your delts, you may want to just come down a little bit more, and it could add to the illusion of being a bit wider as well.
Yeah, I said for my prep, I'm going to come to you for some posing.
Fuck yeah, man. I'll get you posing like a cunt and majestic bitch. Man, I'm gonna take this bodybuilding game. I have everyone posing pretty soon.
Yeah, mate, making bodybuilding pretty again.
Fuck yeah.
It is a side of the bodybuilding that I really did underappreciate it until I did my first prep. Then I realised just how fucking hard it is and how important it is.
Yeah, I think a lot of people do. A lot of people underestimate how important posing is.
Yeah.
And it really can make an average physique look great and a great physique look average.
Yeah. I can't fucking pose for shit. I admit that. I've got a good back. I can pose it in the rear double.
Mm-hmm.
I can't fucking lat spread. I've caught it every now and then, and I've managed to get a picture of it, luckily. But I said, Amp, I really do struggle, don't I, with my lat spread.
Yeah,
For the development.
when he's opening up his lat spread, the right side will open and flare, and then the left side just won't fire and open as wide. You can see like the lower lats, one side just needs to be pulled open further.
Mm. That mobility issue?
Yeah, that's just practice. I
think maybe.
I wouldn't put it down to engagement because, I wouldn't put it down to as in your mind-muscle connection because you've got such a good back that it's impossible for it to be that. Because if you didn't have a good connection with your lats, you wouldn't have good lats.
I think it's just bound up. I think I need it worked on.
Mm. That tends to be the case with a lot of people.
Yeah. It is frustrating because I know what's there and what it could be, but I've never really been able to show it off. I've got a couple of pictures, but
but there's many ways to pose a lat spread as well. Like there's people who do like the whole turtle shell lat spread, and then there's picking your chest up and bringing your waist in to give that V-taper appearance. It depends what type of back you have as well. If you've got a really thick, dense back, then there's certain poses. They could be the same shot, but posed 2 or 3 different ways, and they all look completely different. And each one suits everyone differently, you know?
Yeah, an example of that is Jay Made. He's got a really thick back, and he can afford to spread it as wide as he can, because generally when people spread, they lose the density and the thickness. It flattens out. Not with Jay.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I have to like lift mine up and drop it down to get some detail there. Because if I spread too wide, because I haven't got that thickness through the trap area, it just flattens out big time, and it looks like there's fuck all there.
Yeah. Okay.
And on that note,
on that bombshell,
if anyone's posing, you know who to come to. Easy boy.
You gotta do my routine as well.
Fuck yeah, man! I'd love that. Please, let me.
Yeah, I can't dance. I'm gonna tell you that.
That's fine.
I've got a nice smile.
That's all. If we have a few sessions together, and you get more comfortable with your posing, you'll find you'll loosen up massively as well.
Oh, I'm looser up on stage. Like, I enjoy my time on stage. I fucking love it. But I've got 2 left feet, so
I can teach blind men to see, deaf men to hear, and you to fucking pose.
We need to do a road trip up to these gyms in Wales anyway. We'll both go for posing practice. Is he there?
Yeah, my posing, I'm in the same boat as you, Dan. I can't move and pose for shit.
Oh,
so we'll get you both up here. We'll smash something, and then we'll pose and eat afterwards.
Well, we'll be on prep.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we'll eat out of Tupperware. Still fucking eating, mate. And we'll film it as well. It'll be Mass Discussion Episode X.
Episode X. Right.
What's the quote of the day? Has anyone got anything special?
Oh, I didn't.
You didn't?
I didn't look one up. No, shit. I haven't got one on the top of my head.
Anthony?
I had one. I think I might took. I screenshotted it. I'll look at my photos.
Oh, he's prepared. Have you got any sponsor shout-outs, Josh? Because we haven't.
Massive shout-out to Strong Sports Nutrition for the best supplements in the UK and worldwide, hands down. Literally.
What's your code?
My code is MAJESTIC, MAJESTIC, for free shipping.
This was the quote. Hello?
Go on.
You can't have a $1 million dream with a minimum wage work ethic.
That's very true.
I've heard that before. It's a good one.
That's a good one. Well, it's exactly what
I
we're
like
talking
that
about today. You can't build a great physique with all the drugs in the world unless you're willing to work fucking hard.
It's kind of similar to the one. You can't build a $1 million physique off the dollar menu.
Very true.
Yeah.
But you can become a Ronald McDonald, you clown-looking motherfuckers.
On that bombshell.
Peace out. This has been episode 3, and we will catch you in episode 4.
All right, guys. Speak to you next
Love-
week.
Love you,
Yeah,
bye.
I'm off to eat.